So you write a post, you're about to publish it, but then that voice starts. Who do you think you are? You're not qualified to say this. People are going to see right through you. So you delete it, or you water it down until it's meaningless. So you learn something valuable and you want to share it. You write a post, and then imposter syndrome kicks in hard, right? You're not an expert. You just figured this out yourself, right? What if you're wrong? What if someone calls you out? What if people think you're pretending to be someone you're not, or something you're not? So you add disclaimers. I'm not an expert, but I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion, but, right? You qualify everything. You soften everything, make yourself smaller, or worse, you don't post at all because the fear of being exposed as a fraud is stronger than your desire to help people. So here's what happens when you post anyways, right? You share what you learned, you own it, right? No disclaimers, no apologies. And people respond, not because they think you're an expert, right? Because what you shared helps them. Nobody questions your credentials, right? Nobody calls you a fraud. They just take the value and move on. The fraud feeling is only in your head. Your audience doesn't feel it, right? They're just grateful for the help. So instead of letting imposter syndrome stop you, you're posting despite it. So instead of waiting until you feel qualified, you're sharing what you know right now. And feeling like a fraud makes sense, right? You're putting yourself out there, claiming you know something, right? Teaching something. That's vulnerable, scary, right? What if you're wrong? What if you're not as knowledgeable as you think, right? But here's what you're missing. Everyone feels like a fraud when they start, right? Every single person who's ever taught anything felt this way at first, right? The difference between people who succeed and people who don't is one group posts anyways, and the other group stays silent. Pay attention to this. Number one, separate what you know from how you feel, right? You feel like a fraud, that's a feeling, it's not a fact, right? What do you actually know, right? You learned something, you applied it, you got results. That's knowledge. Your feelings are lying to you, right? Your knowledge is real. When imposter syndrome hits, ask yourself, did I learn this? Yes, right? Did I apply it? Yes. Did it work? Absolutely. Then you're qualified to share it, right? Your feelings don't change the facts. So post based on what you know, right? Not how you feel. The feeling will catch up later, right? Number two, your audience is behind you, not ahead of you. You feel like a fraud because you're comparing yourself to the experts, right? The people years ahead of you. But your audience isn't years ahead, right? They're behind you. They don't know what you just learned. To them, you're ahead, right? To them, you have value. To them, you're not a fraud. So stop comparing yourself to people 10 steps ahead, right? So stop helping and start helping people one step behind you. They don't need you to be an expert, right? They need you to share what just worked for you. You are qualified for your audience. Number three, post it scared. The feeling doesn't go away, right? You just get used to it. You think one day you'll feel confident. One day imposter syndrome will disappear. one day you'll feel qualified. That day doesn't come. Like, even experts still feel it sometimes, right? The difference is they post anyways. They've learned to act despite the feeling, not wait for the feeling to go away. You're waiting for courage, but courage isn't the absence of fear. It's taking action despite of fear. So post it scared. Publish while you doubt yourself, right? Share even when you feel unqualified. And that's how everyone does it. The feeling doesn't stop you unless you let it, right? So how do you post when you feel like a fraud? How do you share confidently despite imposter syndrome? Your mindset is 95% of this. You need to separate what you know from how you feel, right? You need to remember your audience is behind you, not ahead of you. You need to post it scared instead of waiting for confidence. But you also need strategies, right? How to reframe imposter syndrome. How to build confidence through action, right? How to keep posting when the fraud feeling won't go away. I created a free guide that breaks this down in 7 easy steps. Well, this is the guide I wish I had when I first started. And it's free because I want you to post despite imposter syndrome and not let it silence you. The link is in the description. Go grab it, read it, take action, and post that thing you've been holding back today. And drop a fire emoji if you're posting it scared and doing it anyways. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.